Hey writer friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I'm a writer aspiring to be a published author. And in today's video, I will be sharing with you how to know if you're ready to query. So there are 5 questions you want to ask yourself to know, are you ready to query? Last February, I started querying the Celestial Code, and it's kind of been a learning process, but I want to share my tips with you guys to make sure that you guys are ready when you start querying, that you've done absolutely everything that you can in order to make sure that you're successful and to know that you're truly ready. The first question to ask is, has your novel been beta read, critiqued, and it is not a first draft? So definitely do not query agents if you have a first draft. And I would even want to say, even if you have a second draft that you're not ready to query. It does depend on the person, but usually that second draft is you implementing your own changes that you found based on the first draft. And so if you have that second draft, you haven't sent it out to any beta readers yet or critique partners and really refined that. So it's really hard to do like your own self-edits, developmental edits, line edits, and implementing beta feedback in just one draft. I kind of feel like that's impossible. So I feel like you need at least a third draft in order to start querying to literary agents. But really the whole point of this question is to make sure that you have refined your manuscript as much as you can. So like I said, there are so many different ways that you need to go about editing. So there's the developmental edits and line edits. Copy edits and things like that are something that, once you get an agent and an editor, you'd go through that. So you don't necessarily need that for when you're querying. It's kind of more puncture, grammar, all of that. You do want to take your manuscript through like a grammar check, so you can use like Grammarly.com and Microsoft Word, spell check and all of that, but you don't need to like pay someone for it. You do want to make sure that you're looking at big picture changes and you are also doing line edits. So yes, you are finding things that you need to change and fix, but you also need to send it out to the world for beta readers and critique partners to critique so that you know things that you may have missed that you need to change. So this is really good to get another set of eyes, at least a couple people that can look at your manuscript with fresh eyes and be able to give you a new perspective on things that you might be able to tweak that can help make your manuscript even stronger. Another question to ask is, have you researched the agents that you want to query? And this is really big, even with editors too, looking at editors and publishing houses, because you kind of want to know your end game, you want to know your goal, and you want to query people that are the right fit. So obviously you want them to be in your genre, but you also kind of want to think outside the box too. So I'm writing YA, but I eventually want to write middle grade. So, I'm not just looking at people that only take YA. I'm looking at agents that take middle grade as well, because that's something that I want for my future as an author. So you want to look at those things. You also want to make sure that they're the right fit for you in terms of their clientele, like how they work. Are they an editorial agent that will edit the manuscript for you? Things like that. So you always want to make sure that you're prepared and you know everything for that agent before you submit to them. Question number 3 is, have you read any published books in your genre and age group lately? Because the industry is always changing, there's always trends that come and go. You want to make sure that you are not working on a trend and trying to submit to agents that it's like, that's long gone. I'm not like an expert on the trend, so I'm not gonna like shout out any examples, but like where back in the day it was like dystopia was really, really huge, and then now it's like the fae. So you always want to make sure that you're staying current and up to date, because it's going to help you know your audience, which will help you have a stronger book, but it will also help the agent know that you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, that your book is marketable to readers. Because if you are writing things and have comp titles to novels that are current, then the agent's going to know and be more interested in what you have to write. The 4th question to ask yourself is, have you read any writing craft books or done anything or attended any conferences or retreats that have helped you grow your writing craft? So this is really important, because sometimes people can get kind of stuck in a bubble, and sometimes it's not the first or second or even third manuscript that gets someone an agent. It's that 4th one, because it's not because those first ones weren't right, it's that they hadn't honed their craft enough. And as you keep writing, as you learn about the craft of writing, you are going to grow, and that's going to give you a stronger manuscript. So you want to make sure that you're not staying stagnant. So make sure that you're reading a couple writing craft books every year. Make sure that you're attending, like, even not like a physical conference, because that can be expensive, but there's like WriteOnCon, which is like an online writing conference that's like 10 or 15 bucks, super cheap, super affordable, and even just reading up on blogs, watching YouTube videos. There's so many things that can help you grow your craft that doesn't cost anything at all. And then the last question to ask yourself is, have you scoured through your manuscript so much that you don't know what to fix? And are you happy with it? So this biggest thing is, like, do you feel ready inside? Like, do you feel like you would be proud with putting this manuscript out there into the world? That's how I felt with the Celestial Code. And I probably did need some tweaking. So this was the thing, was making sure that you're sending things out to people, and until there's no feedback that they have left to give to you, you've implemented everything and you're not able to find anything, they're not able to find anything. And so you're like, okay, this is what I have to give and I'm proud of this. What they recommend is that if you're like, oh, you know, I feel like maybe this might need some work, or someone said to do this but I haven't implemented it yet, well, you need to go do that, because then your agent's probably gonna find that too, and that might be a turnoff for them, and they might not pick up your manuscript. So you really wanna make sure that you found everything that you needed to really tighten up your manuscript. And you just wanna make sure that you're not just like moving around commas and like rewording things just for the sake of rewording things, but you really want to make sure that these changes that you're making are actually meaningful. So once you have done all of that and you feel good and you've gotten all the advice that you can give, then you will be ready to query. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you found these tips helpful. Please let me know in the comments down below where you are at in the writing process, whether you're drafting, editing, or if you're thinking about querying, or if you're currently querying. And if you are, good luck, and I wish you the best. Please give this video a big thumbs up and click subscribe to support my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!